Hello and welcome to Gena Moon. This is your new timeline reading for this week. Before we jump in, just know that this reading is sponsored by Psychic Source, and I'll tell you all about the amazing offer they have for you at the end of the reading. If you would like to watch the link to the extended, you can find a link to the extended down in the description box below, as well as in the first comment that I've pinned down below as well. And in the extended is where we dive deeper into this entire reading, the entire situation, the other person's energies, we clarify each position, and that's where all the details come through. Now, if you would like to book a personal reading, you can also find a link to my personal reading right below the extended in the same place. All right, let's see. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Quick reminder, these energies have been very intense this entire month, and they will remain intense until the end of the month. Now, this is already the new month for you guys. I'm recording, a few days before. Then welcome to the new month. There's something new. There's a new portal. There's a new timeline. And we're going to see if those karmic cycles were rewritten. Let's see. You are starting with the dominant energy of the drum roll. Okay. It's looking good. If you see the number 1, 101, 111, the number 1, it's a new beginning for you guys. It's a new beginning, new energy coming in. And this is all about communication, being clear with yourself, being clear with others, opening up the lines of communication, and also a truth being revealed. So there's a big truth that is about to come into the open. And you have here triumphant success. This is all about a successful journey ahead of you. But it's having to do with you being honest with yourself, communicating directly, and are you prepared also for a truth? Let's see, we're going to tune in as I shuffle these intense energies here. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell, comment down below, letting me know how these readings resonate for you. And of course, if you do enjoy the readings, give the video a thumbs up. Because when you like the video, you give it a thumbs up, you help support me and you help support the channel. All right, let's see. You could be dealing with the sign of Aquarius. What else do we have here? Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. It doesn't have to be, but a lot of people have been getting this one, the Magician. Wow. This is a very fruitful time for you to manifest. Something here. Again, you have triumphant success. You have the tools to manifest your dreams into a reality. But do you realize that? I feel that some of you guys are losing a little bit of hope. But this is saying, step into the power of the Magician. Remember your dreams, remember your wishes, your desires. You can definitely manifest them. But it comes with responsibility, right? Because a magician here, he is responsible of connecting to his higher self, right? The divine, staying true to him. Instead of being bogged down by other people's expectations, by what people, naysayers, might tell you is not possible, right? Now, I see that you are being challenged right now. Could be Aquarius energy for some, doesn't have to be. But you're being challenged because you're losing hope right now. You're losing hope that this is going to work out for you, that you're actually going to manifest something. But I see that your emotions are still attached to this. There's a little bit of hesitancy on your part where there's a temptation to still go into something, but then something else is pulling you back. But it's still on your mind. I feel like this is something very important for you. I'm sensing that for some of you, you don't feel like you are being prioritized. You feel like you're not being appreciated. That kind of vibe. And there's an outside energy that you are dealing with or will be dealing with, and this outside energy, they're showing up as having a lot of emotions in their heart, but they're not expressing them. They have their heart blocked off. There's some kind of blockage there. with regards to them expressing themselves. In fact, they could be expressing themselves in ways that are harsh, in ways that are negative, controlling, manipulative, right? Emotional manipulation as well. That could be it too. And there's also a sense here where this person could potentially be the reason why you are losing hope. If there is no contact right now, it's because this person's heart right now is blocked off. Their emotions are closed off. You might be feeling that. You might be sensing that. And there's this kind of energy where you might want to step in, right? Like that one stepping into the waters. Like you want to step in to heal them. You want to step in to rescue them. You want to step in to help them. But is that the answer right now? Because the fact that this is coming through, right? The sword means you've got to be more logical about how you handle the situation right now, right? Not let your emotions control you. I see that in the recent past, you were in a situation that held a lot of potential. For some of you, it was a marriage, a relationship, or a career, a business. Remember, this reading can be in reverse too. You towards them, them towards you. You take the reading however it resonates for you. But I will still read it how I see it. This can be happening in your love life, in your career, with your family, friends, with, your personal life, your health, whatever else. You take the entire reading however it resonates for you. Of course, for most of you, it's going to be love. So this could be in the recent past some kind of a marriage, a connection, a relationship, a business. There's money involved there. There was money involved there. Reputation, right? Long-standing kind of relationship even for some of you guys. There was some stability about it. Some level of stability, groundedness. I see that this outside energy in the recent past, wow, a lot of love, right? Brand new love for you, falling in love, a deep bond. A deep bond. I feel like for some of you guys, it was a deep, real connection. Something very pure. And yes, they held a lot of love for you too. But it's interesting because on your side, you were holding more so the connection stable, right? There was a sense here where this outside energy could have been a little bit overly emotional, and you always had to be there for them, rescuing them, helping them, heal them, taking on their share of whatever this was. Now, in your present energies, I see that you're coming through undecided, wanting to make a decision about where this is headed, what's going to happen. But right now there's a challenge because there's something that you've always done to quickly fix something, which is, again, could be, the fact that you say yes when you intend to say no, or you run to fix a situation instead of allowing it to fix itself, whether it's a person, place, or thing. And now this is you stepping into potentially a new timeline. You're standing at a crossroads, right? Which decision will you make? Will you stay? Will you go? Will you do the same thing you've always done? Or will you choose differently this time? Will you allow them to heal themselves? Will you allow the situation to resolve itself? Or will you run in to try and fix it? Because I still see that you are holding on to the potential of this. This could be somebody new, something new, or the same scenario. We will see. There's a lot of passion within you, but there's also the vision of you need to do something different. It's like you're sensing like, you know what, I feel like I need to do something different this time. If I want this to go to great lengths, if I want this to grow, whether it's a dream, whether it's a love relationship, whether it's a career, whether it's creating harmony in your life, in your health, whatever else. And it comes with a sacrifice. Because this time, if you're going to do something differently, it's going to require you to sacrifice something that you've always been doing, that you can't do anymore, in order to get a better result. And the better result is not going to come quickly. It's going to take some time. Are you willing to make that sacrifice, is what this is saying. For some of you, you are. But you're still standing at the train station. You're sitting there looking at your ticket. Am I going to really do this? Am I really going to take this bold new step forward, make the change myself, let the situation heal itself, let that person resolve it on their own, right? Or keep doing the same thing? This outside energy, they're coming through as holding back, waiting for you to come in and rescue them, waiting for you to come in and do something about it. For others of you, there's someone here who isn't communicating with you and you're waiting on them. You're waiting on a response, you're waiting on some kind of communication from them, but they're not taking action, right? The Hanged Man, they're not taking action. And this is requiring you to do something differently. This is saying, are you willing to surrender this time? Surrender. Surrendering is not giving up. It's just giving up on what you've been doing that isn't working and having hope that that surrender moment is bringing in something better. Because I see that this outside energy is not taking action towards their own healing. They're not taking action towards, creating a balance within themselves either. But there is an enlightenment there that's about to come in. But the enlightenment only comes in after, again, you do what's challenging for you. Whatever that is for you, because I feel like whoever this outside energy is, it's almost as if there's a little bit of anxiousness around them, I mean, they are, after all, hanging upside down, right? You could see that, oh my God, this person needs help. I mean, imagine you walking down the street and there's a person who's hanging upside down. The first thing that you're thinking of is like, oh my God, let me help you up. But maybe that's not what they're really asking. Maybe their soul is asking, leave them alone. Leave them alone because they need to help themselves up, right? To gain a new perspective about you, about the situation. And I feel also, just kind of tuning into these energies, there's an energy that is kind of already arising that's saying, pull back a little. Are you willing to pull back a little? Not into retreat, right? Not into like your little cocoon, no. But just kind of pull back, having the faith and the hope that this is going to resolve itself. Because in the near future, you have here a beautiful energy where your feelings and your emotions are stable, right? You're not feeling like you're hopeless, like you're trying to fix something. You're just kind of like grounded. You're sitting in that beautiful throne, but it's a grounding, calm energy. And it's interesting because in the near future, you're not really, showing exactly how you feel. Not that you have your heart blocked off. No, it's more so a little change within you, right? It's almost as if you're no longer wearing your heart on your sleeve. Because that's going to be important in the near future. This outside energy, they're coming through lies, deceit, right? Sneaky behavior, trying to get away with something. Of course, it could be an avoidant attachment, a person here who avoids emotional attachment out of fear. But there's that energy of your future self stepping in and saying, hey, listen, in the near future, there's a potential for this to resolve itself, but there is a truth that needs to be revealed. The truth is coming out into the open. There could also be the energy of this person finally taking responsibility for their own actions, their own behavior, their own karma. Because what I'm getting from this is that this might require some kind of boundary, right? Some kind of boundary in order for this to work out for the better. This is requiring patience and planning, not just impulsively jumping in. And what's interesting is that, I'm sensing like there's a situation that has been ongoing for a lot of you. Okay? And I still don't see the exact cycle that has been playing out for you guys. But what I do see is that there's been kind of like a refusal on someone's part to do their part, if that makes sense. Right? Because there's something here that it's like you don't want to let it fall. You don't want to let them fall. You're afraid that they'll fall from like that branch, that tree branch or something, right? But then this also has to do with communication. Like, are you willing to speak up? Or to refuse going in and thinking that you can, magically save them, heal them, rescue them. Could it be that what this energy, outside energy, actually needs is their own space, right? Their own space in order for them to grow, to develop. But it's interesting because I feel like they're kind of invading your space in a sense, It's kind of like an underlying expectation that they have of you. And you have grown so accustomed to doing that thing that they expect of you, and that's how they're invading your space energetically. But what this is saying is, can you allow for space to happen, for that to not continue? Let's see. I need to clarify. Let's clarify your energy first. What is this all about? Exactly. I knew it. This is keeping things stuck in some kind of limbo because you are not speaking up. You are not creating space. You are not withdrawing from the situation. And when I say withdrawing, I mean that in an energetic way. Because you are very intuitive, and I feel like you constantly feel their needs, their wants, right? But there's also, at the same time, something here that you haven't been speaking on. Like what bothers you. Something like that. Because the fact that you're like just quiet, it's like you're quiet about something that you're holding on to that is theirs, that is already kind of weighing on you. And look at this right underneath that. It is a cycle. I mentioned, I'm not sure if it's a cycle. It is. It's an ongoing cycle that you've been replaying. It could be something karmic that now it's like you're being given the chance to break free from, because look what's showing up here. Could be a Capricorn, but whatever other sign this is already an entanglement. This is already becoming something toxic, and you may not be aware of it. You may not be aware that this is already something toxic. This could be a narcissist that you're dealing with for some, or just a person here who is, just kind of like victimhood mentality. And it's like you feel like you have to continue playing that role, and that keeps you too chained in a very negative, toxic cycle. Of course, this could be somebody here who self-sabotages, right? Who runs away from love, who closes off their heart and expects you to deliver all that for the connection, to keep it going. But that's already, again, it's something toxic. It could be addictions to anything, right? Any negative addiction. It could be trying to control a situation through money, through superficial things, keeping the connection at a very surface level, like shallow, right? Shallowness. Whether that's, like too focused on material items, money, right? success, all that stuff, or like always talking, you could say, but I do communicate, I do talk. Okay, maybe, but what I'm sensing is that there's an avoidance there of your vulnerability. You know, like those, sometimes there's like people who keep talking so fast just to fill a void because they don't want to feel the uncomfortableness within the silence. You know, like, it's like, what would happen if you allowed that silence? What would happen if you allowed that to just be, instead of getting entangled into this? For some, there could be a third party, it doesn't have to be, but I see that this is already weighing heavy on your shoulders. You know, like sleepless nights, anxiety, fear of the future. This could be like, instead of PTSD, it's FTSD. You're anxious. What's going to happen? You know? Let's clarify this outside energy. Ooh, outside energy, because what I'm sensing here is that something's going to come out into the open, a truth in the near future, right? And your future self is preparing you right now. It's trying to prepare you. Someone here lying to themselves, or like offering you something, coming in, wanting to create something with you, but them taking the step back and wanting you to do the whole thing. It's a tough one because there is a true connection. This is a real connection. The lovers here on their side, right? They do feel the bond. They do feel the draw towards you, the connection, the chemistry is real. But there's a disconnect. The disconnect could be happening because it's a karmic cycle that you guys have been repeating. And I'm sensing here that part of this disconnect could be uncommittal behavior. Someone here who's afraid of fully committing, fully jumping in. Roles can be reversed. You know, are you afraid also to kind of fully jump in to something, and you would rather just kind of like fix it or make sure that everything is fine? Because you have one foot in, one foot out. Whether you know it or not, you do. And they have their heart blocked off, but yet they still feel the divine connection. And I'm sensing here that there's going to be a rush of information, communication that's going to trigger somebody. If this has already happened, that's part of the disconnect, right? I feel that this person may not be taking action towards you, and if they are, they're taking action towards you in a very harsh, pushy kind of way, expectant kind of way, right? Fast forward moving energy, but this fast forward moving energy is kind of creating delays. It's like it should not be that fast, that quick, that forced is what I'm getting. You know? And it's almost as if it's asking, will you create a boundary? Because the judgment is coming through saying, are you afraid to be judged, to feel judged? Or are you judging yourself harshly? If you do, instead, do something differently. You could be judging yourself harshly and not allowing for this to grow in the way that it wants to grow. Because I see that there's some kind of sneaky behavior here. Again, I can't unsee this. The Seven of Swords. Yeah, it's almost as if it could be a Sagittarius that you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be, whatever sign this is, but there's something you're saying, this needs to slow down. Like, you need to slow this down because you don't have all the information that you need, right? And your refusal here to do that can actually work against you. This person can either run away from you even further you know, not take responsibility. There's avoidance of growth. And this is requiring patience. It's requiring some kind of patience because, yeah, it's almost as if it's kind of an echo of an old karmic contract that you still need to resolve in the situation. You know? Because look at this. This is kind of like alchemizing something that was for something that could be. Something that wasn't working for something better. But it's going to require patience and for you to look at the situation from a different perspective, to do something differently. Part of that has to do with surrender. That's not giving up, that's just surrendering the old way that doesn't work. Because otherwise, you're going to be putting in work and effort into something that is simply not going to grow. Yeah, so we're going to go into the extended because this is getting very complex, and I do feel that this communication is what's necessary. You know, there's something there having to do with the truth being revealed. The truth, there's a sneaky behavior here. This person's not telling you everything that you need to know. That's the reason why they're backing away. That's the reason why they're not coming forward, you know? Neither are you. You're also kind of, you know, taking a step back. But you're still kind of like reassessing it. You're like, should I? Should I not? And what I'm getting here is that there is, because we saw the lovers, right? That's a real deep connection. I feel like this bond is shifting into something different. Because a cycle also showed up, which means that there's a karmic cycle that wants to close out. For some, if you already closed out that cycle, there's something new that wants to come in, but it comes through a new portal, a new way of doing things, right? Seeing the situation from a different perspective. Yeah. And this has to do with, again, I feel like for some of you, you've been trying to we'll take that one too, fill up the silence with doing things. It's like you don't want the silence to just linger, so you kind of interrupt it, right? But I can't blame you because they energetically are holding that energetic expectation of you. Let's see. Yeah, for sure. There's somebody here, this person, this outside energy, they're not telling you exactly what's going on with them. It's not just their feelings. Right now, there's something that they're listening to their mind, but not their heart. It says your head over heart. Their heart says yes, but their mind says no. They're in a mental pain and anguish. But I feel like you are also mirroring this energy because you have one foot in and one foot out. Someone here might be holding back on making this a public relationship, right? Expression. I want the whole world to know that you are mine and only mine. It's like one person wants the connection to be, out into the public, that kind of deal. And the other person's like holding back, like, no, let's keep this secret. Let's keep this, maybe not directly saying that, but that's the vibe, We're going to go into the extended because, again, there's something that they're not telling you, and you need to know this because this is deceit. Anyway, in the extended, we're going to clarify this. We're going to see what that conversation is all about, what is that they're hiding, where this is going to, and we're going to go deeper into this person's subconscious thoughts about you, their deeper feelings, emotions for you, their next moves, actions towards you, how the situation is all going to turn out and unfold for you, what will be the final result, and we will end the reading with any messages from spirit. So if you want to check that out, the link to the extended is down in the description box below. And you can also find it in the first comment that I've pinned down below as well. And if you would like to book a personal reading, you can find a link to my personal reading right below the extended, same place. Also, stay tuned because I do have an amazing offer for you guys from Psychic Source. You guys, it's truly an amazing offer. I'm not just saying that. Some of you guys have asked me which psychics do I recommend. I do recommend a few. One of them, her name is Pixie. She is amazing. Another one, her name is Zamara. You can see it on the screen here, their names. So again, if you want to check that out, stay tuned. That is up next. I'll tell you all about this offer. But for now, I'll see you in the extended. And I just want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Psychic Source. You guys, seriously, they've been around over 35 years, and they're one of the most trusted psychic services out there. Now, obviously, you guys all know that I do readings myself for all of you, but sometimes, honestly, it just really helps to get a different perspective from someone outside of my own energy when it comes to my personal things. And so I was really curious to know what they would tell me, and so I called them. I called one of their advisors just to get the clarity that I needed. And yeah, I was surprised to know that they gave me the confirmation and the clarity that I already kind of knew within me. What I love about their offer is that you can literally connect with as many advisors as you want during that time frame. You can either call them, message them, and read through all of the reviews to see which one you feel more comfortable with. Right now, they have an amazing offer for you, all of my loyal viewers. You get 40 minutes for only $19.80. That's literally like less than 20 bucks, you guys. Just click the link that's down in the description box below. I've also linked it in the first comment that you'll see down below as well. Or you can visit the direct website, trypsychicsource.com/Gena Moon. Make sure that you spell my name correctly because that will be your code, Gena Moon. That's Gena with an E. Here's how to use your special offer code. Click on the direct link that's down in the description box below or visit www.trypsychicsource.com/Gena Moon. Once you're on the Psychic Source website, click on Get a Reading. Then it'll take you to the offer page. The check mark should already be on the first offer, which is $19.80 for 30 minutes plus 10 free. That's your special offer. Then make sure it says in green letters below, promo code Gena Moon applied, no spaces. That should already be automatically applied for you. If it's not, you can go ahead and apply it. Then enter your email address, password, date of birth, answer the questions and check mark below if you'd like, then click on the red button, Proceed to Payment. Once you have an account, you can select to get a reading with any available advisor of your choice via phone, chat, video, and you can schedule your appointment for later as well. You can ask specific questions or things like, what are the key lessons I'm meant to learn in this lifetime? What areas of my life should I focus on at this moment for personal growth? What can you tell me about my current relationships, money, love, career, family? You can ask anything you want and get the answers revealed to you instantly. All right, that's it. Enjoy your special Psychic Source offer. Respect is non-negotiable. Red flags, those are warnings. You're not supposed to climb them. Who in the world told you that unconditional love means unconditional tolerance? To watch the full video, visit my new YouTube channel, Nova Sky Society. Link in description and pinned comment below. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below. And remember to share this video with somebody who needs it, especially if you feel like it could help them. Watch your moon and Venus signs for love and emotions, your sun and rising ascendant sign for personal growth and alignment, also for career matters, and your Jupiter and Mars for action, purpose, and expansion. And to catch up on all of your readings for your zodiac sign, click on the left side to watch your zodiac playlist. Click on the video on the right side to watch your next reading. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.